Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 12. Is it 12? I think it's 12.
Yay.
Episode
It is
12
12.
of the Collectors Corner podcast. It's me and Patrick, Preston and Patrick, Disc Golf Grading Authority, here to chat with you about everything in the collectors disc golf market this week. Oh, Patrick, there's been plenty of disc golf again. I'm so happy. I got Jomez practice rounds, and then obviously you've got the content to watch.
I'm excited.
It's been good.
I've been looking forward to it all winter long. Waco was crazy. We don't do a whole lot of talk about tournaments and stuff. As you guys know, we're primarily here for market stuff. But wow, if you didn't see it, go watch it. Shout out Jomez. They don't sponsor us, but they should. But again, always great coverage. But I mean, it was crazy. If you weren't there, a lot of big names didn't make the cut. We didn't see a lot of the household favorites on the final day. Spoiler happening in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shout out Gannon for taking home the W.
Yeah, so many spoilers this week. And Patrick, you're right. We normally don't talk about, this isn't a disc golf just reacts channel. I don't even know what you call it, like a sports commentary channel.
Yeah.
But really, with the season kicking off, today's episode is primarily going to be talking about how is this going to impact the collector's market.
That's true.
One of the things, it was all over the Sexton Facebook page. When he's doing well, some of the discs are collected. Like, let's be frank, the 3-line AJ Destroyers are not collected out of a love of Avery Jenkins. Right?
They're not.
They're really
They're
not.
not.
So if Avery Jenkins does some dope event, the value of AJ Destroyers is not going up.
It might.
It's not.
If he takes home a win,
Okay, sure.
at a major,
sure,
come on.
Sure. But if he, if he makes a little bit more of the disc golf news, people that have those discs throw them. Sexton is a little bit of both. People that have those discs swear by them and throw them, but the community is still very much built around Nate, and especially with him being on Jomez, a lot of the COVID players got to know him as well. And so his popularity skyrocketed. So when he was on lead card at Waco, Sextons were off the chains, man.
He's pulling 15s out of his bag,
dude,
to
15s
flick
out of the
them.
bag.
You
Everyone's
can see
watching
the
on every
stamp.
lake shot. Like,
Yeah.
where's it going, right? And if he throws one of
Where's it
those in
going?
there,
Hope it doesn't go in.
buddy. Anywho, so there is definitely a lot now that the season has started. There is potential for the season to impact the collector's market. Some years it does. Some years it frankly doesn't. Right, and we're going to talk about a little bit of that today. Heck, we'll start it off with the Sextons. So he did not take it down. He didn't have the round he would have liked on lead card. It was a bit of a. He had a fine back nine. His front nine was rough. If you haven't watched it, but man, it was great to see him back on there. He still placed well. I think he tied for 4th or something like that. He ended up in a good spot. So. Great job from Nate. The Sexton page was posting like, oh my gosh, he just shot like 1050 rated round. This is awesome. And then they'd be posting like, he's on lead card, just screenshots of it. And so people were unloading some big things. This disc went up for sale and has caused one of the bigger waves that we've seen. Let me walk y'all through it in case Sextons aren't your thing. 2015, this is the most expensive year. We've been doing a market watch now for several months. I've been tracking the prices. Just because it's an unthrown 2015, assign it about $500 value right now.
That's fair.
Starting off. It's a sunset stamp. When I'm talking $500, I'm talking blank white stamp. Sunset stamp, we're talking $550, $600. Then he posts and the listing guy, the seller, did a great job, right? Without DGGA. The best job he could do without the Disc Golf Grading Authority. He tried to post a lot of good videos. He made great comments. I've really appreciated his feedback. He said no dropouts in the stamp. He was looking for things that we look for when we grade discs. But this halo right here, and I do need to right here, this circle that you can see around the stamp, right at the edge of the rim, just that slightly darker blue. It is not what we would nowadays call a halo, right? That's
Right.
not a halo Firebird. It's not. But in the Sexton collecting market, that is extremely sought after. People love the halo look. This disc is currently being valued on the page at between $2,000 and $3,000. This is the first time post-COVID that we've really seen, post-COVID bump, that we've seen a sexton solidly in the 4 digits, right? We've seen some 900, 950s, maybe $1,000, maybe $1,200. $2,000 is like safe 4 figures. Safe.
Yeah. That is crazy.
So Nate's performance really helping to kind of get everyone hyped, bring people on the page. Every time a new sexton drops, it also brings a new wave of players to the page. So this will be our last podcast before April Fool's Day. So keep an eye out if you are into Nate Sexton discs. There was a April Fool's Day bird last year without the LVC. I have a suspicion that they will have one this year.
I hope so. I liked one last year. If you don't know, I should have brought one, but I have one over in the disc golf shop. But Nate drew a picture. They said, Nate, draw us a Sexton Firebird. And so it's Nate's hand drawing of a Firebird. And it's not great, but it makes for a great story and a great limited run disc. So
and it's really Nate too. Right? Like it's kind of the dad joke of disc golf stamps. It's like, hey guys, look, I drew it. Like it's so goofy. But hopefully, I hope that Nate can have another pop-off performance somewhere in the year.
That'd be cool.
A couple podcasts we're calling Wacko Waco. Before the event, just pointing out that this is one of the events that every year we see some unique names on the lead card and maybe even winning. So I'm hoping some of those boys can make it back up. I mean, we saw Yuli, Big Germ. There were some names that were high up in the leaderboard that have struggled in the past couple years.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
All right. Speaking of Waco, Gannonburg did take it down.
Good job, Gannon.
Shout out Gannon. Shout out Discmania. They were able to get out. Look at this, 2024 Waco champs, sold out. Great. Very nice. There are some non-C-line versions that are still available on Discmania's website as of today, if you want to go check those out. Yeah, it's great. Obviously, Discmania pulling Gannon in this year is a really good opportunity for them to kind of get his Tour Series line off with a bang, with a win, putting a disc out for that win.
Hey, have you ever noticed? I'm just noticing this now.
Yeah.
That Gannon Burr's logo and Anthony Barella's logo are like super similar.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. No, I have noticed that before. Yep. Especially in his new little try thing.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just upside down.
They also put out, I don't know if you've seen, Patrick. Have you seen this one?
I haven't. Oh, that's cool. What's that?
There's a bottom stamped. I think it's a link. I think it's a Discmania link, if I remember correctly. But they threw a stat on the disc. This right here says Gannonburg 2024 Waco champion, total putting distance, 1,412 feet.
That's a cool stat. Cool it's on the putter. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of what Gannon is known for, right?
One of the better putters out there. Yeah.
He's got his circle 2 percentage sits around 50%. It's insane. It's insane. So great job, that's Gannon. Something that, I don't know. It's our job to talk about it. So when you get a win, does that win need a disc? I think not all the time. I think Discmania read the very obvious room that it's his first win with their company. Make him a disc, right?
Well, this is the first one of the season. It's Waco,
first one of the season, first one with this company, right? Like, you got to start establishing a Tour Series line. And he was very outspoken, lawfully so, last year, right?
Yeah.
About the lack of Tour Series discs and commemorative discs and like his line and his name. So if you're Discmania, this is a great move all around. It's a good
absolutely
stuff. Right? Because kind of on the flip, I could not find a Kristen Tatar Waco champion commemorative disc. She wins so much, I doubt they make her commemorative discs for winning things.
For every time?
Yeah, she would have made 12 new discs last year. Would make no sense. So,
but maybe not this weekend.
Oh, snap. Open at Austin. We are live on Saturday, so we don't have any spoilers. And she did make a crazy 12-shot swing comeback at Waco.
She did.
But
we'll see.
But
Owen Scoggins is not to be trifled with.
okay,
He's a
Patrick,
great player.
give us a prediction. Owen Scoggin wins, disc or no disc?
Ooh.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since she took one
Since
down.
she's taken down it's been The Open at Austin is a big event. It's a good size event. Second one in Texas. Owen Scoggin wins. I'm gonna say yes. I think she gets a disc.
I agree.
Put a stamp on it.
Yeah.
It's the capital of Texas. I feel like it would be a cool stamp.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That'd be
We'll
neat.
see. We'll let you know Sunday,
that might be
Monday,
a game
maybe.
that we start to play, Patrick. I might start introducing that. Who's leading Austin right now for the MPO? I actually only looked at the FPO scores.
Yeah,
Shout
same.
out to
I don't
freaking
know.
Kristen though, because typically when I'm looking at scores, I'm definitely not missing the MPO scores. Niklas again? Okay, so
Is he
Niklas was
leading again?
killing it in Waco.
He was.
Killing it
He
in Waco.
was. Yeah.
And this is a no-brainer disc, right? Man just joined the Sky team, so if he wins,
If Nicholas wins,
disc.
yeah, he needs
Yeah.
a disc. Yeah.
Plus,
give it
I
to him.
think this would technically be his first Pro Tour win. There's a caveat there somewhere, I think.
I think he won a bunch on the European.
Yeah, there's some caveat.
Did he win European Open?
I'm googling. I'm googling quickly. He won the European Pro Tour Estonian Open, Prodigy Discs Pro Tour, European Disc Golf Championship. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's some caveats, but I think this would be his first Pro Tour
U.S.
golf
disc,
win.
U.S. Tour disc.
It'll be a
golf
big
Pro Tour.
deal. Be a big deal.
Yeah.
He just made the
Yeah.
Sky team. He was so close in Waco. I really thought he was gonna pull it down. I mean, it's looking to be pretty similar. This week he's up by 2 on Gannon, so not safe. Not a
Cool.
safe place
Yeah.
to be.
Very similar though to Waco.
Yep. Magic, I'll give you 100 guesses in who's third.
Oh, 100. Really?
100
It's
guesses.
that unpredictable.
But also,
Who's
I'll give you
third?
a hint. It's our boy.
It's our boy?
It's one of them. I mean, that could mean at least 6 players.
It's Adam Hammes?
No. Oh, Adam Hammes is our boy.
Is Kevin Jones?
No. Oh, man. I would love for KJ USA to...
Okay, Kevin Jones, if you're listening to any of this, we want you to win
So
a
bad.
Pro Tour event so bad.
So bad.
More than you want to win one, we want you to win one.
And
Just
that
know
was
that.
the case last year for this player who is tied third, Matty
Wait,
O.
it's Matty O.
It's Matty O. When we
I
saw
knew
him
it.
at the Open at Austin last year, I said, Matty O, this is your year.
That's
and
right.
he said, don't bet
Wait
on,
till
don't
it
put any
warms
money
up.
on me until it's 80 degrees
Yeah,
or warmer.
he said,
That's
wait
what he
till it
said to
warms
me.
up.
And then boom, he got his win. So
Took it down. Matty O wins in Austin. I'll be pumped.
I'll be pumped, man. I'll be pumped.
How far is he behind?
3 strokes.
Okay.
Tied
come
up there
on,
with
Matty
Corey
O.
Ellis. Joseph
on, Matty
Anderson.
O.
Is that Joey Buckets? Which Joseph Anderson is Joey Buckets? I'm
don't
getting
know.
really distracted. Sorry. We do need a just disc golf reaction commentating channel, but it's not this one. Gannon Burr, big win. If Niklas wins, we're gonna see another disc.
He needs one for sure.
And
Yeah.
kind of like with Gannon, right? I talk every time we talk about Gannon, I mention his rookie discs. I believe in these young players enough that are killing it, like a Gannon, like a Niklas, who are really young in the game still.
Mm-hmm.
That these ones are ones that I consider picking up as I'm not going to buy 5 of them. Okay, it's not a Sexton drop,
Yeah.
but I think having 1 or 2 might really just be a beautiful full collection of collectors disc golf 10 years from now.
For sure.
Where it might be that they end up at Paul Macbeth and it's like, oh, you need these in your collection.
You got the early ones.
Yeah, the goodies. Speaking of Paul Macbeth, it's not going to be a hot collector's item, but it's a Luna, so it's a mild.
That
to
looks
warm.
really cool.
I just wanted to give him a shout out. This man has continued to put out discs that are just him. I always forget that he's L.A., California, and then he drops discs that he designed. Like his whole line, was it last year? With the Roman numeral 6 and they were just they're kind of cool, right?
Very
they're
Paul
they're
Macbeth,
very, they're very urban, right? They're very city. Here we got graffiti,
The whole vibe.
styling on the Lunas. So It's cool. It's a Luna, so it's always worth mentioning on the Collector's Corner. They're not sold out yet, but they're mostly sold. So, really cool Luna. This would be one I'd bag. It's a cool stamp.
That's a really cool stamp.
I hope they make a Kratos like this. I got a Proto Kratos. I like it. I don't bag Lunas. I don't enjoy throwing them. I've tried putting with them. They drop really fast for me, and I putt with beaded putters. Held a Kratos, and I was like, ooh, I might need to try these.
Okay.
I haven't tried them yet because all I have is Protos, and I don't want to throw those.
No, yeah, you should save
rhymes
those.
Because it's true.
Save those Kratos.
Yeah. All right, shifting the market watch over a little bit to Latitude 64. We've got a drop alert. 18 days. So we will have another podcast to remind you, but the Royal Grand Strive is dropping in about 18 days. I really appreciate some companies doing some of the drops this style. I think a mix is very healthy for the community. Right? Like, you want some of them where, like, Macbeth just hops on Instagram and says, hey, 30 minutes from now, sick drop. For, like, the diehards. And then you want some where you have a month notice.
Yeah.
You can put it in your calendar. You can sneak your phone out at work and just buy one real quick, put it away. I think it's very inclusive. Allows if you want to collect, you can collect.
I'm looking at a Strive Proto on eBay. Sold for $75.
Yeah. Yeah, eBay, man, we might have to do maybe next week. Maybe next week we do a deep dive on eBay versus Facebook for collector's discs.
Yeah, because the prices are way off.
So
There's such a disparity,
yeah.
But they still sell. So I don't know.
Well, we can talk about the whys and everything. Those. I mean, yeah, if you go try to find a 2015 Sexton on eBay right now, you're gonna call me a liar. You'll be like,
yeah, you're gonna be, they're all over $1,000.
Over $1,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, used 2016 Sextons on there are starting bids at like 130 and some crazy things. I did find I'm still working. You know, we're back now, consistent every 2 weeks a month, and so my Sexton price watch is starting to fill out. So the chart's coming soon. But this week I was able to find 2016 for $160.
Wow!
Brand new, unthrown, right? Meeting all the criteria. This one wasn't even a waffle; it was just 160.
160.
So pretty cheap. Give them pretty cheap. All right. Last potential collector's disc I want to mention from the tour is the Kristen Tatar 1000 rated disc that would have to drop if she hits 1000 rated.
Absolutely. Does anyone remember? Oh, of course, y'all all remember the Brody Smith 1000 rated zone that dropped.
Oh yeah.
Those were super clean.
Super
beautiful
hot,
discs. If anybody missed them, we've graded a few. They were amazing. I mean, they were black with gold and just super clean. I suspect because I don't know if y'all realize how big of a star Kristen Tatar is across the pond. She is like on Wheaties boxes, basically. And if you're too young to know about getting your face on a Wheaties box, but in Estonia, right? That's where.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you look up Estonia news, Kristen Tatar, she is huge over there.
She's huge.
They have to put out a 1000 rated disc for her, and it's got to be amazing.
Oh yeah,
it has to be.
Dude, her Grand Slam discs from last year were great.
Mm-hmm.
Those were super awesome. She would be the first FPO player to hit 1000, right? So like Brody hit 1000. That was a great personal accomplishment for him. That's awesome. Obviously, he's got a huge following. He's one of those players that is able to generate collectability of discs just based off of the size of his fan base. Yep. And he's good at marketing, right? I think he only sold 1,000 of those 1,000 rated zones. That's great. Mm-hmm. That's genius, right?
Very cool. Yeah.
Friggin', like you're saying, Kristen Tatar, the fan base is huge, just massive.
Oh yeah.
The marketing savvy is up there. Like, she has enough. What, you want to do a Porsche 1000?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. It has to be that. Come on, that's what I want. I want it to be the Porsche 1000 rated.
Look, if you're Kristen, Kristen, if you're listening, all right, which you aren't
I have
yet.
a child. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Now, Patrick doesn't even get to know, but Kristen gets to know. Here's the move. We've seen the sponsorship deals. We know you're making pretty dang big money. You obviously are winning all the money on the tour each year. Work with Porsche. Get yourself like a sick Porsche on the same day as the 1,000 rated drops, and just like, I don't know, man. I wish there was. It's so close to do like a Porsche 911, but it's 911 instead of 1,000. I feel like there's something there. It's close.
There's something
enough
there.
number.
There's something there.
It's a close enough number. Anywho, yes,
that would be such a good move by
1000%.
Porsche. I mean, they don't need money, but
Sick.
such a good move by Kristen. Such a good move by. Oh my gosh, that would be epic.
It'd be sick.
Oh,
super
so
cool.
cool.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen this weekend. Her Austin ratings have not been spectacular. Let's see. Her round one was rated pretty well at 10.05. It's not great, but it's above 1,000, right? She just needs that average. She's at 999. So really, if it's just a little bit above 1,000, that should be enough. Her round two was rated 969.
Oof.
Yeah.
She's going to need that third round to be high.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd have to shoot like a 1027. Yeah, she'd have to shoot a 1027 to have her average round rating be 1,000. That's a pretty tall task, and the FPO 1027 is up there. She could do it.
She could do it.
She could do it. If she does, keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled. I mean, they've got to be ready, right? 1,000 rated.
I bet they already have it. They already have to have it.
They've at least got it designed. They've at least got the hot stamp ready. The mold is ready. Like whatever.
And they
it's
just
gonna
spent
be.
all night just stamping.
Yeah.
1,000 discs.
Paige put out like a 999 disc, right? Didn't someone put out a 999 disc? Because Paige was close. Didn't Paige get to 999?
I don't know if she did. I have no idea.
$996. She put out a 996 rated limited
Whoa, so
edition
Kristen
suit.
Tatar is currently the highest rated female in history.
I believe so. You're making lots
At
of big
999.
claims now.
Well, if she's the first one to go over 1,000.
I mean, look, Paige has done this several times. So there's also a Paige Pierce 991. Okay, there's a 996. Paige was setting right, like we're saying. Paige was the highest rated female, and so she was the first one to 991, first one to 996.
Yeah,
like these were milestones. Obviously, 1,000 just because it's super cool is going to be a bigger milestone. Since we're giving just normal disc golf podcast takes, here's one for you, Patrick. I've heard a lot of people with lots of takes about the rating system. Some people love it. Lots of people hate it. Some people think it's great for amateurs and terrible for pros. Here's how I think it should work. Normal rating system just like it is right now. And then once you hit 1,000, your rating just says 1,000 plus. And the number is just invisible. It's still there, but there's no way to calculate it. You don't ever get, here's what this round is. I think if people are concerned, right? Like I've heard lots of pros on podcasts talk about why ratings are really bad in the Pro Tour and like how they're useless because ratings are designed to let you compare rounds from different courses. But in the Pro Tour, you're playing the same course. So you don't need that metric. Fair. Totally fair. So I think when you hit 1,000, it just says 1,000 plus or pro or whatever you want it to say. And that's just kind of the you've made it style of, that's my thought.
Yeah.
Which would increase how you can get a more of a feel for how awesome I think it's going to be once Kristen hits 1,000. Like, I think I would love for that to be a real benchmark. Frankly, with how the system works right now, 996 versus 1,000 is not a...
Yeah, it's pretty inconsequential.
Really a difference. It's more semantic than anything else. Like, it's okay, cool. If Paige had one good tournament after that 996 rating, she would have probably
been 1,000.
Yeah. Oh no, couldn't hold it together for one more week. Like, so cool. Chat, that is about it. That is here in the Collector's Corner for this week. I'm really excited that disc golf is back. I'm hoping that we get some crazy stuff. Like you said, KJ USA. I mean, there are a lot of players.
Hey.
There are a lot of here, Patrick. Here's what we're gonna do. Because I was just about to ramble off a list. We're gonna play a little game right here. I'm gonna go down the current in order. I'm gonna go down the Open at Austin, and you're just gonna give me an instinctual disc or no disc. You are their disc manufacturer.
Should they get one if they win
Yeah,
the Open
if
at
they
Austin?
win, well, not necessarily the Open at Austin. If they win a Pro Tour event this year, the first Pro Tour event they win this year, do they get a disc commemorating that win or not? I'm going to stop once I'm like, okay, everyone else from here is a yes, right? Because once you get down there, it's a yes.
Yeah.
You win, make that man a disc. All right, here we go. We already said Niklas.
Yep.
Gannon, if he
No.
wins again? No. Interesting. Hot
Yeah,
take.
I don't think so.
Matty O.
I want him to have a disc real bad, but he didn't get one for the one last year, did he?
What?
I don't think he did.
No, you're so wrong. You're so wrong. Boom, there it is. The West Side champion at MVP Open. Bro, I mean, do you want one? What is this? You didn't know?
No, what is it?
It's a West Side Chameleon Stag. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't throw a lot of West Side, but I'm a huge Matty O man. So I
Okay,
knew he
that's
got
pretty
one.
cool. I like it.
Yeah. Don't
Okay.
come at Matty O like that. You thought
Sorry, Matty
after
O.
like 20 years that his
Sorry.
first win they weren't gonna give the man a disc?
I mean, I would have if I was whoever, but I
Wild.
didn't know I didn't know. Sorry,
Wild.
Matty O.
Okay, so now that
yes,
we've cleared
he gets
the air,
another one.
He gets another
Absolutely.
one. That's right.
A cold weather
That's right.
win? Are you kidding me? Come on.
All right. Joseph Anderson.
Yes.
Okay. Corey Ellis.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's tied for third right now.
Corey Ellis. Yeah, I'll say yes.
Okay. Andrew Marweed, also tied for third.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. Anthony Barella.
AB.
AB, second win of the season. Does he get another disc?
Did he get one?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, he got one, man. You're like on crack. His first win ever, you thought they were just gonna hang the man out to dry?
What did he get?
I can pull it up. Hold on.
I mean, he's got Tour Series stuff. He's had Tour Series stuff for a while.
They did like a whole. They did a zone. They did a checkmate color shift zone.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's sick, man. We talked about it last podcast.
Oh, we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Checkmate
Yeah.
TI swirl colors I'm looking at. Okay, cool.
Mm.
Yeah, give him another one. Shoot, do it. It's Discraft. They got money. They could do another one for him.
I think I disagree with you on a lot of these. I don't think AB gets a second one.
No?
Yeah, for his second win of the season, I don't think he gets one. He's got so many discs out with Discraft already.
He does.
I think his first one was a big deal. Right now, he's got the Macbeth collabs. I think if Andrew Marweed wins, I think he gets one. Calvin Heimberg. Let me clarify. It's not a major. If it's not a major, does Calvin Heimberg get a disc?
I think if it's not a major, he does not get a disc.
If Calvin gets his first major ever, though, give that man a disc.
Give him a disc. Do it.
Major champion.
You gotta
Calvin
do it.
Heimberg.
You gotta do it.
All right, Kyle Klein.
Kyle Klein gets a disc. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Kyle Klein gets a disc. Mason
Give him another
Ford.
disc. Yep, I like Mason Ford. Give him a disc.
Okay, Culver Dolan.
Colt Rodolin?
100%. If Culver Dolan wins an event this year, he gets a disc.
Okay.
He's tied
Okay.
for 11th. We'll go down a little bit further. Chris
Come back.
Dickerson, please.
Please give the man a
give
disc.
that man a disc. He's got,
Put another
he's got a
Robo
lot.
Chicken
I've got
out
a whole
there.
box of Chris Dickerson discs, but it's been a minute. It's been a
It's been a
minute since
minute.
that man has taken one down.
2 years ago, he was in talks as best player of the
Oh yeah.
in the world number
Oh
one.
yeah. Yeah. Everyone was like, the accurate game, it travels. You can play that on golf courses or wooded courses.
Yeah.
And now it seems like all the podcasts are just flip flopping on that and being like, well, he's not too good on the golf course, so we'll see. Gavin Rathburn, another name that was really big. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it was.
We'll go four more. Aaron Gossage, the Goose Man.
Yeah, give the Goose a disc. Come on.
Luke Humphreys, another man that was real close last week.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Turner.
Don't hear him a lot, but give him a disc. Shoot, do it.
And then Ezra Robinson.
Ezra Robinson. Where is he right now?
He's tied 14th right now. He also was in he made a crazy good run at Waco for a little bit.
He did. Yeah.
There was potential at like the end of round 2 or something for Ezra and Isaac to be like tied leading the event on lead card together. And then Isaac just pooped the bed on 17-18.
Yeah. Give Ezra a disc.
Dude, heck yeah, man. That'd be super cool. Yeah. I'm really rooting for Ezra this year. I think Isaac's doing so well, it's important for Ezra to take one down. That's my thoughts.
I agree.
Especially
It'll
like,
see who wins Austin.
Especially since there's another also very famous Ezra that plays disc golf.
Where has he been?
Supposedly still plays disc golf.
Where
he's struggling, man.
Has he been?
He's struggling. He's on the struggle train. Him and KJ, man, they're.
Dude, I need KJ to be back on lead card. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, KJ was always on coverage.
He's tied 27th right now.
Tournament.
That's not.
You couldn't go a tournament weekend without seeing a KJ card on Jomez. What happened, KJ USA?
Dude, he had that nasty 4-putt, and it just.
That was it.
I don't think he's slept since. It's been tough. It's been tough. Chad, thank you for staying along on this crazy ride. If you're still here, maybe you're watching later, but that is Patrick's predictions for who gets a disc for this season if they win. We might do that once or twice more during the season. We'll see. Next time I'll take notes, and we'll see who's right, because I think some of your takes were just spicy.
Great.
Spicy takes you had.
Hot takes.
Patrick, that brings us to my favorite part of the show. It is time for Disc Wars.
Yeah.
So go and find the disc that you will be competing with tonight. I did not pre-pull one. Give me 1 second.
I did.
Let me think. I've already showed you that one, though, I think. I'll just grab it anyway. I did get a new disc this week. I think this show highlights how often I buy discs, and it's not a good thing for me to think about.
I'm in a drought of purchased new discs, so I'm
He's diving deep. He's diving deep in the stash.
Not today, actually, but soon.
All right, Chad. We'll see how color accurate my webcam and how color accurate your monitor is, but if they're not, just trust me, bro. But this week I have a Proto Kratos.
Oh, nice. I see like a deep red, almost maroon.
Yeah, it's a solid maroon with a white stamp. It's a matte white stamp. My wife and I met at A&M. I have a couple degrees from there. My wife's got a degree from there. Still live in College Station. It's a cool color combo here. Maroon and white. It's the school's colors. We see it all over town. And it's like it's a maroon with black fleck, which is even more of A&M's colors. Yeah. So it's cool. It's neat. It's relevant. It's modern.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. What do you got?
Proto Kratos. I have spoiler alert, I have my DFX monthly sub. So if anyone's watching, there's a whole thing about spoiling those. So if you're watching and you haven't gotten your March
and
your March one yet, I'm about to show it.
Mute it and go to a different tab. Don't close it though. What on earth is that? A cat UFO sucking up a dog wearing shoes?
It is. It's on a Simon Line Electron Pixel.
Okay.
So that's mostly what I was hyped about.
Also
I
very
haven't gotten
modern
it
and
yet,
new.
but there it
Dude,
is.
somebody was trying to sell a proto pixel on Facebook.
Really?
Think about it. You haven't seen any proto pixels. You saw proto time lapses. The starting bid was like 250. No one. I don't know how they got it.
Where does that come from?
I'm a little suspicious.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
little
not.
sus.
It's the same proto stamp, which like lines up. That's what Paul Macbeth does. But it's the same proto stamp as the time lapse.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I'm hoping that it's legit. I'm hoping that they get some more out here.
Somebody's
Like I
hot
said
stamping.
last podcast, that's a cool collection that you could be starting right now. All the proto Simon line discs. I
Yeah.
expect that it will be a lot like the Macbeths, where like 5 or 6 years from now, it'll be an expensive collection to start. But right now, it's like $30-$40 a disc or $250.
Yeah.
$250 is a lot. $250 is a
It's
lot for a
It's a lot
new
for-
a new disc, for something that is potentially still buyable. Like
Putting a lot
obviously
of trust
not
in
at
Simon.
MSRP, but hey, he's not doing too bad this week, which is good. He's tied 19th. He had a rough time in Waco.
He did.
Put out a little video after he picked up a nice eagle this round. I mean, he's doing good. He's doing good. All right. Thank you guys so much for being with us. All the best luck to all the players, but from the Collector's Corner, shout out to our boys. It's been a while since the wins. Shout out to Kristen. Hopefully, some good vibes that way. Maybe she could pull out a crazy round 3, get us a 1,000
Take it
rated
down.
disc.
1,000 rated disc, please.
Pretty sick.
Porsche, looking at you.
All right. Y'all have a good night.